Hey guys, this is Adam from Burton Training. Hold on, let me fix my camera up a little bit here. Okay, so like I said, I'm Adam from Burton Training, and what I want to talk about today is detoxification and exactly why we do it. Here at Burton Training, what we do is we do a detoxification program every 3 to 4 months. So it's seasonal, fall, winter, summer, and spring, right? And we do it for many reasons, but one of the best reasons is because you finally give the stomach a break. If I don't know if you know this, but every day that you eat is taxing on the body. The stomach has to go through a process. It has to break down the food. It has to digest it. It has to assimilate it to different parts of the body. Over time, this wears the body out. Okay. So we're doing a 3-day juice detox, and what this does is it gives the intestinal linings, it gives the intestines, the stomach, a breather. It gives it time to repair. It gives it time to heal, not just the stomach, the whole body, because your body doesn't have time to do that now because it's constantly digesting. Okay. So I'm just going to list a few things as to why we're doing this and the benefits that it's going to help you. Number two is we're trying to eliminate toxins, okay? Not just the toxins in the food and the beverages, but the very air you breathe. Especially if you're in the city a lot, you're thinking about it, you're around cars, you're inhaling a lot of pollutants, lead, heavy metals, like all these things get trapped in the body and they make us irritable, they make us sleepy, they make us not be able to sleep well. They make us have arthritis, carpal tunnel, bronchitis, asthma, thyroid issues, like you name it. It comes from toxins in the body. Okay. Another thing is number three is energy. That's one of. I mean, that's self-explanatory. A lot of people want to take Red Bulls and these little shots, but it doesn't address the real issue. The real issue with energy is your mitochondria, which is the start of all energy. Once we get your mitochondria reacting in the way that it needs to react to food, that will automatically bring you more energy. Okay. Another thing is we want to reset your food choices. I mean, it gives you a new outlook on food. Okay. And it takes you off the dependency. You're going to notice so much about yourself during these 3 days. You're going to notice what food commercials trigger you. And, it gives you an opportunity to try different foods. Okay? And also, another thing is food cravings. Cravings are not just willpower. You don't just overpower it. Cravings are hormonal imbalances. The fact that you keep craving sugar should tell you, it should be a sign to you. The fact that you crave pasta, the fact that you crave rolls, the fact that you crave bread should be a sign to you that is not natural. Okay? It is a myth that cravings are controllable, with willpower. I mean, every now and then you probably can, but complete control is going to contend upon how balanced your hormones are. Okay, all cravings are hormonal imbalances, and so they need to be treated as such. All right. So anytime you have a craving, I don't care if it's Chinese food, I don't care if it's pasta, a roll, a bread, tortilla chips, a Snickers bar, or whatever. I want you to start saying, okay, my hormones are out of whack. What do I need to do? Okay. So it's just about reforming your mind, your process. Another thing is food addiction. Okay, and I know a lot of people know this, but just like alcohol and drugs, food can be very addictive too. Especially if you already predestined for it. Especially if your family is in a position to where you've had people with drug addictions and alcohol addictions, you're definitely more prone to be addicted to food. Okay. Junk food manufacturers know this, and so they fill them with chemicals that make you addicted. Such as MSG and aspartame and sucrose and high fructose corn syrup and things like that. These things are addicting. They are addicting. I mean, and they're technically safe in small dosages, but they are still addicting. Okay. And like for example, someone with high dopamine receptors, you know, they will be more receptive to being addicted to a drug, including sweets, including Snicker bars. That's just how it is. Modern day junk food releases dopamine on its own to the brain, and this is no different from cocaine. All right, so this is very serious stuff we're talking about. It's not. It's bigger than just food. It's bigger than it's just being McDonald's or it's just being high in sodium. These things are affecting our relationships. They are affecting our mood. They are affecting how we interact with people. And we just not cognizant of the fact that it's the food that we're eating, it's the environment, it's the way we breathe, it's what we're breathing in. Okay. One of the last things I'm gonna talk about is micronutrients, and micronutrient deficiency is the leading cause of disease. Let me say that again. Micronutrient deficiency is the leading cause of disease. We are not getting nutrients. We are eating for our hormones. We are eating to how we feel. We're not eating for what we need, and that's the issue. Back in 1750, they weren't eating for how they felt a lot. We think about it, we didn't have refrigerators, and since we didn't have refrigerators, that automatically made our foods have more probiotics. That automatically made our foods have more bacteria because we didn't have to freeze it. We had to put them in water, and we had to store them, and all these other type of things that kept healthy bacteria in our food. We don't have that today. Okay. Stress is a big component we're trying to tackle with this detox too. Cortisol is the main hormone released when you're stressed out, and it's released whether or not you're a little bit stressed out or a little stressed. Stress is still a chemical imbalance. Again, when you feel stressed out, I want you to start saying, hey, okay, look, I have a chemical imbalance right now. What do I need to do? And it goes back to the same thing. When you're stressed out, what do? Go back to what we were talking about earlier. You get cravings. You start craving sweets. You start craving things that you don't want or need. But your chemical imbalances are so off, you have to have it now. Okay? That's the point. We want to prevent this from happening ever. Well, I know that's far-fetched, but we want to prevent it from happening as much as we can, okay? And the last benefit, and I put it last because it's not the real focus of this detox for us, is weight loss. Yeah, you're gonna lose about between 5 and 12 pounds. But like I said, that's not the real reason why we are doing the detox. We're doing the detox for the food cravings, to reset your food choices, for the food addictions, for the micronutrient deficiencies, for the energy, to eliminate the toxins, and for the stress. Once we do all that, the weight loss is going to take care of itself. Okay? We don't have to have a weight loss detox. If it's a system. If we're taking care of all these steps, you're going to lose weight anyway. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. I hope that clarifies and clear up why exactly we do a detox and why you should do a detox if you aren't. The burden training detox is $100. Okay, and you get 9 detoxes for 3 days. So every day you'll drink 3. You drink 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and 1 for dinner. That's it. There'll be no eating on this detox. Okay. We are starting this November 20th. I understand, some people are going out of town. You can always start before, or you can start afterwards. But that is the time that we are doing it as a group. And I prefer to do it as a group because then you have more motivation, you have more support, you have other people doing it with you, and it just makes for a better experience. Okay. Taste wise, I haven't had many complaints. Of course, I've had some complaints about the taste, but I've never had any complaints about the fruit detox. You get 2 fruit detoxes and you have 1 veggie detox. They will all have herbs in them, and the herbs are there to cleanse you out, to filter you out, and to boost your metabolism. The fruit comes in as an agent to help clean you out as well, as far as boosting metabolism. But so you get a veggie detox and you get 2 fruit detoxes every day. Okay, and so we're talking. When was the last time you had 10 servings of veggies? Most people don't even get that in a week. I'm giving you 10 servings of veggies in one day. Okay, and we're just trying to balance you out. We're trying to balance you out. We're trying to give you energy and vitality, and you know that's priceless. Okay, so like I said, we're starting this November 20th. 3-day detox, all juice, $100. Now the money is due this Friday. Now, if you're watching this and it's late, then you just write me, and we'll figure out a day and a time where you can come pick it up from the gym. But don't worry too much about the dates. You let me know ahead of time. You let me know, 3 or 4 days ahead of time. We'll make sure you get the detox. We'll make sure you get cleaned out, and we'll make sure you're getting good. Okay. All right. I hope I tackled everything. I hope this makes more sense. This is Adam from Burton Training. I'll talk to you soon.